Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Greta and I'm super happy to have you here. There are so many new releases coming this fall. Actually, they've started rolling in. So I wanted to review a few really quick, some of them that I've gotten here, because I know a lot of you are anxious to hear about a few of them and have been filling up my DMs asking, is it blind buy worthy? Which one should I get? What should I do? What do they like? So I'm here to tell you about them really quick. Forgive me, I have been rearranging the shelves and dusting while I'm doing it. And even though there's like no visible dust, the dust is in the air and I am extremely allergic to dust. So my eyes are a little bit of a mess and they kind of look a little squinty and watery. So forgive me, because as soon as I come in here, you can just feel the dust in the air. And I've even like, oh, maybe I should run the air filters a little more. But it's just insane in here. And I still am not finished putting them back. And I only did these top sections here. I need to kind of rearrange some more too. And kind of, as some of these houses, I like to store them by house. And as they kind of fill up and grow, I kind of need more room, so I need to redistribute. Plus, I always like having my favorites right here because I'm always grabbing them. So I kind of like having them here, and I like to rearrange what I'm grabbing lately and keeping them here. So yeah, just forgive me for that. And let's get into it. Also, if you like these kind of videos, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. Also, tell me down below which one of these releases you've tried or want to try. Which one are you really excited about? Because there's been a lot of hype on a bunch of these. My dogs are going insane right now. I'm going to have to do some editing magic on the audio. I may or may not succeed. My one dog is doing the tattletale bark right now. So something is going on out there and he's being relentless and he's not a barker. So I am going to need to check on them. One more housekeeping, or a couple more. So as you know, I am heading to France. Yeah, straight hair because my curling iron is packed. And talking about that is, if you're from America and you travel to Europe, hot tools for your hair is a major issue. So usually you can just use the blow dryer there, but any hot tools like curling irons or straighteners or anything like that, it's kind of an issue. And I like these new blow dryer brushes. So I was looking for another solution for this trip because I can't look like a homeless person like I did in Milan. And I'm playing around. Tell me what you think. I don't know. So what I did this time is, because I didn't have time to wash my hair again before filming, so I threw in a hair extension into my hair, thinking, you know what, if I just travel with one extension to kind of give me some volume for a straight look or even a curly look, you can curl them too. I thought this might be a good tactic, so I wanted to try it before I actually went. And tell me, like, I think I can put in a clip here of a before, just putting that one in, how easy it is. I've been using Irresistible Me. I kind of love them. I have the really long mermaid one, I have the ponytail one, and this was on my list to get my length hair to just give me volume when I don't have time for a fresh blowout that gives me that body, because my hair gets pretty straight and flat. So I know it's a good match. Then you can break the seal. Once you break the seal, you can't exchange it or return it. Now I went and got the regular clips, which have a little bit of a seam on the clips there, versus the really thin ones, the invisible ones, which I do like better, but they have a new supplier and I had a color match issue with that one. So I would say even if you've bought from them before, use that test swatch. It comes in this bag like this, and you have this gorgeous lock of hair. God, I love when they're new. They're so nice. And then you have this bundle. I really probably only need like one or two. So I wanted to check the color and I also wanted to check the length so that I knew about wear. And that's kind of what I thought was right at that ear mark. I just need to put like one strip in to kind of bump up my volume a little bit. This is really not a whole lot to throw in my bag. I can just throw this in there. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is like way more material than the invisible one. I will pop in a view. This is really thick. I thought I got regular volume. Wow, this is a lot of hair. Holy cow. Let's see if I can do this without a mirror. I've only worn them a few times, but we're gonna open all these clips that just bend is how it opens. And this is closed and that's open. Okay, so you can see how it's just clipped in from here to here. I don't have a mirror, but you see how much more volume I have now? And I just put that one little thing in. This is like slept on hair. I think it's 2-day-old hair, and an extension is all I did, which is kind of nice, especially for like crazy kind of schedule. I needed an option, and I thought this was a pretty good option. I can still like curl my hair. But yeah, I'm liking this idea. So let's get into it now. I have a bunch of new releases. So Twisted Lily, I'm really, this is, okay. Twisted Lily asked if they could send me the new release of Vilhelm Faces of Francis. Now, I actually haven't liked a lot of their fragrances. Like, I bought and sold like 3 bottles in a bunch of smaller formats. I didn't really like them. They were very underwhelming to me. So I actually declined, and that's why I got instead the Tamine Regent's Leather, which is super, super masculine. Like, and then at an hour and a half goes a little animalic on me. So wasn't a good move, especially since they included in that package some samples, and one of them is the Faces of Francis. And if I told you I was in a world of regret and kicking myself, that would be an understatement, because this is amazing, like amazing. Longevity, again, not that great. I was a little bummed, but I did put it on my hand in fairness, and I do wash my hands a lot. So it's not the best place for longevity. And again, I used a sample, not a full bottle spraying, but I mean, that's one of the gripes I have with Vilhelm is their longevity. Yeah. Now the notes on here are saffron and aldehydes. Middle notes are pistachio, driftwood, and juniper. Base notes, oud, styrax, ambergris, vetiver, cypriol oil, and nagamalfa. Now, even looking at those notes would scare me. So a house I don't typically like, and those notes, I was just like, yeah, I'd rather not. But it comes off extremely gourmand. I really get that pistachio and a lot of sweetness, which I like. I think that styrax really comes through, giving it that sticky sweet kind of feeling. I'm shocked. Like, I'm shocked. It's not so masculine, rigid, animalic, or any of that, but it is more of this almost gourmand-like, sweet, woody kind of fragrance. Definitely unisex. And I really like it. Again, I'm shocked because that kind of profile really should have great longevity. I mean, I'll try it further, but I wasn't impressed the couple hours I got from it. But again, it was my hand. But Faces of Francis, I actually really like. It's great fall fragrance. And then they also sent me a sample of Dangerous Complicity by Untitled L'Orange. Can't speak today. But Dangerous Complicity. There's a bunch of notes, so I'm going to put them on the screen. But it's rum, coconut, leather, osmanthus, cashmere wood. See, now this one sounds like I'm really gonna like it. Ylang ylang, cadamus, jasmine, sandalwood, ginger, like bay leaf, patchouli. Sounds like I'm really gonna like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And it had performance, and that's like the worst combo, right? It could have been my mood, because I found it more irritating than anything else. I was in more of a like cozy. I wanted something comfortable, easy, soft, maybe gourmand, like something just more comforting. And there is something like perfumey about this. Perfumey, like I went into like a shop that has a lot of homeware, like houseware and candles and like bathroom soaps kind of a thing. Like I got that kind of perfumey smell, and I wasn't liking it on my skin. Like I wasn't. I'm sure it was the jasmine in here doing that. Yeah, there's something about it to me that just smells like, it smells like the spray I have in my bathroom right now. That's what it is. And that's why I get that bathroom kind of feel, like not a bathroom, but bathroom freshener kind of smell. I just don't like it. I mean, I'm sure maybe if I come back around some other time, I am just not liking this one. Sorry. That's a pass. Then they also sent me a sample of the new Montale Infinity, where I was a little worried about this one. I was like, ooh, I'm afraid to get it on skin. We know how they perform. It's a commitment. It is always a commitment with Montale and Montserrat. And I was nervous at first, I'm not gonna lie, and I made sure to use my hands that I could scrub it off if I needed to. And I was really nervous at first blast. This one is top notes of black cherry, plum, saffron, pink pepper, cardamom, middle of oud, leather, sandalwood, rose, tuberose, vetiver, in a base of tobacco leaf, amber, vanilla sugar, tonka, and musk. And I didn't like the first blast. It was this like, woo, tidal wave of all kinds of things all over the map, just kind of changing a lot and a little bit of a masculine tone to it. And I was a little worried. But then the dry down. Wow. When I came back later to smell my hand, because I was like, wow, I don't smell that annoying thing anymore. And I think I just passed my hand across near my face or something. And I was like, wow, you dried down sexy. Sexy, sweet tobacco, not your typical honey tobacco, but or vanilla tobacco, but this sweet tobacco. What's in here? Oh, vanilla sugar. Okay. Yeah. The sweet vanilla sugar, tobacco, ambery. The leather and oud are in more of this sultry kind of way, not a wham bam, hit you over the head kind of way. So it was a very smooth, kind of sexy, and yes, amongst that whole genre of tobacco vanille, Havana vanille, Herod, not quite as spicy as those though, much smoother and more about that smooth creamy base of the leather and oud that are really like smooth jazz, really nice. I liked it, but definitely again with that sweet tobacco and spices. That was a win I wasn't expecting. Yeah, like the leather is just smooth. That leather vanilla just kind of creams together. That, wow, there's no harshness on this at all, which I can't believe I'm saying about Montale. Yeah, this is really sexy. This is good. I know you're waiting for this. I was super excited to get the Argos because I was definitely getting my DMs to blow up about this of, have you seen them? Holy cow. And yeah, I wanted them. Now, first off, they have new packaging. So they have this new gift packaging where they want it to feel like you've even bought yourself a gift and it's a celebration of yourself. I had to stare at these for like a day, or I tried at least, because they were so beautiful. I didn't want to unpack them. Like, they were so pretty. I don't think I made it a day though. The curiosity just got the best of me because I was dying to rip into this. But I mean, they have this new paper, this amazing gold metallic that says, let's see if I can get this. It says Argos on it. And they have a new cellophane seal to these boxes. And it now has it almost like vacuum shrunk wrap sealed, that they have their own machine that, yeah, it can't be repackaged like some people do. They will re-cellophane things themselves. I've seen like really good fakes. It's insane. So we have Love Triumphs Over War. I do have up here Triumph of Bacchus. And this box is really beautiful. They always have like this ongoing story. If you're into Greek mythology, oh, and he'll always educate you on it on the website and on these boxes. If you read, he'll tell you the Greek mythology story. Wow, even like the texture of this is really nice. I'm normally not one to lament over packaging like this in a review, but it just calls for it in Argos. And then you have the inside book. This one is red. These flat boxes, magnetic, that opens up. It's like a book. The first time you open it, you'll like crack the spine there. And then he always has the info in here and the notes, which is kind of nice for me. And look at this. I love that these are all painstakingly hand painted. Do you see this? He does right here in like micro print. This is so incredibly like detail oriented. And let's see if you can see if I put it to the side, how it's raised. Do you see that? This is like 3-dimensional here. It's kind of cool. And if you turn it around, no glue. This, oh, looks like he does have invisible, because where there is juice, it's clear, and then where it's empty, it's not clear. So I just sprayed it, and yeah, it's invisible again. So yeah, it does have the invisible straw, and then they have their emblem on the cap, the stone, and then let me see if he's still doing it. Yep, and on the inside of the cap is also the emblem. So lots of details on their bottles. Definitely really this artistic approach of blending what these fragrances smell like, the journey that you go through, along with the Greek mythology story. Like how he does that and really like plays these stories out in his fragrances is really remarkable. Now, Love Triumphs War is top notes of bergamot, lemon, rose, blackcurrant, orange, tuberose, raspberry. That's all cool with me. A heart of violet. Now, I like violet, but not violet leaves. Clove, geranium. Geranium, I don't like either. That tends to usually end up in a masculine fragrance for me. Gardenia, iris, ylang-ylang, cinnamon bark, in a base of amber, white musk, patchouli, vanilla, Mysore, sandalwood, cashmere wood. So I have the samples also, which is what I was using. This is one that I spent a bit of time with because I struggled with this one, to be honest. Like this was the only Argos ever, and I've tried them all, that I didn't instantly fall in love with. And I'm still not so sure about this one. Because of the way it turns on my skin, it goes masculine-like on me. Kind of, it's got this fresh powdery thing, but you also, I mean, you get this clovey cinnamon spice thing, which is what gives me that elderly gentleman kind of vibe to me personally, along with that powderiness. And it's a fresh powdery, not like a warm sweet powdery. It's a fresh powdery, and it's a spicy fresh that I'm not so sure, you know, I don't, it kind of grows on you, but there is something about it. It actually smells a little better today. This is also the dry down on here. Yeah, it's the opening. Ooh, that was like licorice. It's a very complex opening that just keeps changing. I feel like there's violet leaves, not violet in here, which violet leaves is a more bittery, where like violet is this candied powder kind of feel, along with that orris, which is those are notes I absolutely love, but this goes into a different kind of terrain with that powderiness. This is definitely a try, not blind buy. This one is definitely not blind buy worthy. You definitely need to wear this one. I've heard it all over the map with skin chemistry, and it's definitely less mass appealing than their other fragrances that they have. I'm still not like convinced on this one, but it wouldn't be the first time a perfume grew on me. And I'd really like to smell it on a man. I do think this one leans masculine for sure. It's definitely masculine, but it has to be a man that is okay with a spicy, fresh, powdery fragrance. It's a very cold iris on me. And I've said before that I don't like cold iris. I like warm iris, like a warm, fuzzy, sweet iris. I don't like that icicles, snowflakes kind of iris. I don't like it cold like that. It's just not good on me. And Love and War is a cold iris. Cold iris, if you like the way the iris is in Sonic Flower, this is a cold iris. That is how it goes. However, this I feel like is more feminine leaning. Like Raja does warm iris. It's got like these floral aspects of the violet and the dogs. It's got the violet, the iris, the violet, the rose in here. It has this floral aspect. Now, on some people, it pulls really florally. And then there's this spicy aspect. So it's love versus war, right? Love over war. The florals conquering the spices is really what the story it was meant to tell. And that powderiness does overtake these masculine kind of spicy kind of notes in here. So it's kind of a neat twist on that. And that's really where he was going with it on that artistic spin. Let's get to the ones I absolutely love. Then we have the one everyone has been really oohing and eyeing about, which is Birth of Venus. Look at this gorgeous, like the shell here. Venus. We have this woman here. I can't tell who that is. It does such great artwork on these. It's amazing. And this one comes in a white book box. I did take this one out already. Look at this. I love that blue. Oh my goodness, that turquoise blue. The blue skies and the turquoise green waters. Is that not amazing? Now this one I'll tell you I'm mad in love with. This is my favorite Argos ever. Like, and that's a huge statement because I like quite a few Argoses a lot. This takes the title. This, like, you outdid yourself, Christian. This is my favorite. Let me do this. So this one is top notes of bergamot, peach, orange, grapefruit, osmanthus, lavender, in a heart of narcissus, jasmine, tuberose, violet iris, raspberry, rose, chocolate, in a base of amber, vetiver, cedar, labdanum, Mysore sandalwood, cashmere wood. If you notice, there's actually a lot in common with Love Over War. However, done in a more feminine way, in a way I like it. You have that sandalwood, the cashmere wood, you have the violet, the iris. Now, raspberry is a note he uses a lot. I think Christian really likes raspberry. He's used it in a lot of his fragrances and always in a very different way. I love it with the leather in Bacio Immortal, I think is the one it is. And then he also has it in, I think it's Adonis Awakens. But he uses raspberry a lot, and they're very different the way they are. It's more tart-like in Bacio Immortal, if I remember correctly. And in here, it's more sweet, juicy, syrupy, fruity fragrance, the way I love it. This one, I think, is blind buy. Okay, like this one is mass appealing. Everyone I've talked to that's tried it has also really liked it. This one is the slam dunk, and if anything, I'd be worried about it selling out. This one is wildly popular. Wildly popular. Oh man, that juicy peach. I get the raspberry. a little bit of vibrancy from the citrus, but I really get that peach in the opening. Man, I love this one. I like fruity stuff. Like this one, I think leans feminine. However, a man can wear it if you are a man that enjoys wearing fruities. And it's definitely, the way Adonis Awakens, if you like the way the fruits are in Palace-Athene and Adonis Awakens, you'll like this one. If you're a man that wears those and enjoys them, I think you'll also like this. Man, this one's good. But again, I think this one's the best. And then there's a certain softness from the violet and the iris in here that comes about. This certain delicate powderiness that comes through. Not overwhelming by any means. And then there's always that fruit. And man, like the sillage on these will like cripple anyone too. Will cripple the toughest man. Oh man. Christian, you killed it with this one. You really did. This is by far my favorite. Highly recommend this one. Yeah. The chocolate comes through in this subtle way in the base notes there. It's this little bit of chocolatiness. Because you still have those other notes too, but you get a little bit of chocolatiness to those woodies. It's really like, wow. Let me do this. Oh, I did already. Yeah, like I'm really getting that sandalwood now. This freshness, almost like this pencil shaving freshness, almost like cedar-like, right? Like that's cedar pencil shavings. Where I get that, where it's this pencil shavings with a little bit of powderiness, and then the chocolatiness starts to come through with that woodiness later. Man, it's good. Yeah. This one is so good. Okay. And then included, because this one, I think this one dropped already. By the time you're watching this, or is it, no, the beginning of October, I think this one drops. The Fall of Phaeton. Yeah, this is for your gourmand lovers. This one is totally unisex. So Love Over War is masculine, Venus is feminine leaning, and this one is completely unisex. This is for your rich fall, winter gourmand lovers. This is your dream. This is top notes of bergamot, lemon, pink peppercorn, cardamom, ginger, with a heart of labdanum, lavender, agarwood, in a base of musk, leather, tonka bean, vanilla. It opens with this, like a sweet pink peppercorn, but there's, what's the sweet in there? It's almost like the vanilla peppercorn. There's something else I can't identify. Something slightly fruity. Oh, maybe it's my hand. No. This one is insane. This one, definitely, it goes to a depth where you get, isn't it leather in here? Yeah, there's leather in here. You definitely get that leather agarwood richness in here. And I feel like it opens lighter and sweeter, or like I should say medium weight, I shouldn't say light. And then it gets rich and dark. There's always a little bit of a sweetness to it. So Fall of Phaeton, oh man, okay, so the dry down gives me this like holiday spices, because there is the cardamom and ginger in here. Holiday spiced cookie kind of gourmand. If you like, say, the realm of Xerjoff Starlight or Herod or Raja Manhattan, the way you have those warm, sweet spices, gourmandy kind of fragrance, then you're gonna like Fall of Phaeton. There is leather in here. However, it's like down there blended really well in that base that I almost have to like sniff my skin close to dissect it. It's blended in so beautifully that you don't really realize it's in there. It just kind of blends in that richness of leather and that weight. But you also have like that cardamom and ginger lingering there. And tonka bean, creamy tonka bean and vanilla. It's a really, really good one. But in that realm, it's not identical to those like Manhattan or Starlight or Herod, like not identical, but in that realm, if that's the kind of wheelhouse you like in the winter, which I think they're all wildly popular, you're gonna love this one. Definitely gonna love it. And if you like those types of fragrances, I think, yes, that one is blind buy worthy also. yeah, Fall of Phaeton's amazing. I say that because I've had so many people DMing me, they want to get it at the release. And I think Fall of Phaeton and Venus will sell out because a lot of people are excited for them. And a lot of people have tried, you know, a sample or heard about it. And yeah, they're really good. But yeah, Christian, you killed it. I don't know how you come up with this stuff and how he gets that perfect round story of the storylines of the Greek mythology. And he's so good with Greek mythology. I've actually learned a lot of Greek mythology through Christian's perfumes and reading the stories on them. Like, it's crazy. I mean, I knew like the basics, but I was never very good at it. And yeah, I've like learned all these stories through him. It's kind of cool. Yeah, those are those new releases. And I will keep you posted with some more releases. I do have more on the way. I do intend to see a lot more in France, and I will definitely be reporting back to you. You know I will. And I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.